I have no idea who they are.
Okay, so why?
I'd rather not explain to them.
Why? You're not talking to them, you're talking to us.
I know, but they're like literally right out there, so they would be able to hear what I'm telling you.
All right, yeah, you want privacy? I get that.
Yes, privacy and safety.
Okay.
This is like the 10th time I've had to call the police over the last 2.5 years regarding the individual who lives directly below me. I don't know this person. I don't even know their name. I go out of my way to avoid any kind of contact with them. I literally just got back to the building about 20 minutes ago from being out all day. I don't interact with anybody in this building.
So what's going on?
Right, so as soon as I came into the front door, somebody who was sitting in a car just outside also came in. So I stood over here and somebody came down the front stairwell at the same time from the 3rd floor. So I went into the rear stairwell just to avoid having to interact with anybody. And I started going up the rear stairwell, and then one of the people who seemed to have just gone out just came back in, started going up the rear stairwell. As I was standing there, like, oh my God, somebody's coming up the rear stairwell. And I went up to the 3rd floor, and as I was coming up to the 3rd floor, this person raced up the stairs and tried to intercept me as I was trying to get away from them. I have it on video. I literally jumped into the hallway to get into one of the common bathrooms, and he ran like out of the stairwell and started shouting at me in the hallway about I don't know what. So I went into the bathroom to get away from him and had to lock the door, because then he started walking around outside of that door. I could hear his footsteps. And then he went down the hall to his unit, which is directly below mine. This happened 4 months ago with the same person while I was in the rear bathroom, just taking out recycling and rinsing things off. He came up the rear stairwell because he seemed to know that I was in the back of the floor and tried to confront me when I was at the back of the floor. Then when he saw that I was going to my unit, he went to the front and stood in front of my door, blocked access to my door while I was trying to get to my door. He stepped into my unit, started filming the inside of it, and when I tried to squeeze past him to get into my apartment, he shoved me. I don't know this person, but he's not normal, and he's really aggressive and unpredictable and compulsively, like he stalks people. Like, why was he going up the rear stairwell when I was standing there trying to get away from him and his friends going up and down the front stairwell?
So today was verbal argument between you two.
There was no argument. I didn't say anything to him. He started shouting at me, and then when he started shouting, he was like, "Oh, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't listening."
You don't know what he said?
No. Have you ever been physically assaulted and had that same person standing in front of you shouting at you?
Somebody's there yelling at me that I can hear what they're saying. Yeah, I'll tell you what they said.
I don't know what he said. He was shouting at me and using my name. How does he know my name?
So you guys live in the same building?
I don't talk to anybody in this building, and I certainly don't
give
give my
mailbox.
No, I don't have a mailbox here. I pick up my mail from the office.
Do you have anybody that you talk to in the building?
I don't talk to anybody in this building.
Nobody in the building.
I never have.
So
I'm not here to make friends.
Have you spoken to management about this issue?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah. What they suggest you should do?
They said to stay away from him, but I do stay away from him. That's what I do. And then he comes and finds me.
Anything else that you would like to do? I mean,
well, he's physically assaulted me like a number of times over the last 2 years.
Physically assaulted?
Yes, I just said he shoved me.
Those have already been reported, right? I recall
Yes.
being here before, and you reported him before.
Yeah, I mean, he has no problem coming up to my door and like slamming things against the door. And then when I open the door or he manages to like get in, he throws things at my head. He took the phone out of my hand one time, ran out with it into the street. I mean,
So you don't know this person's name?
Of course not. Why in the world would I know him? He's completely insane.
Okay.
I have no interest in having anything to do with him. I mean, he makes violent. I would like to take him to court and get a restraining order against him.
You can go to court and get a restraining order. You know, right?
I'm sorry?
You
can go to court.
It's you who has to go to court. We can't go to court.
Yes, no, I know. But
Yeah.
I mean, here, let me just...